current time 3:37 in the afternoon, Thursday. I've said if it's fate, get to GameStop by 4 o'clock. If I miss my opportunity to pre-order, there'll be plan B, plan C. It's not gonna be the end of the world, as I kind of said before, but gonna stop, get a coffee, get to GameStop by 4. Just under 11 minutes, and the timestamp might not even matter. I might have already missed my opportunity, but what's a few extra minutes, right? Will these be on discount, these the buckets for Easter? Sorry? Are these gonna be on discount eventually, the buckets, or are you gonna keep them at $18.99?
So you want one?
Yeah, like only if it's like a discount.
You can take that.
Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Free?
Yeah, you can have it.
Sweet, thank you. That is awesome. Just sitting around. Never saw the lid for it. I love Dunkin', and I wasn't trapped inside like I was at Starbucks. They don't lock you inside a Dunkin'. They give you a large hot coffee and an Easter bucket for free. I paid for the coffee though. The bucket was free. Welcome to today's video as of recording of this Thursday, April 24th, the official pre-order day for the Switch 2. Of course, some people got in last night, just depending, we kind of touched on that yesterday. Very quick intro. Gonna hop in the car, drive about a quarter of a mile down the road. He made a fresh coffee for me, that is hot. And hit GameStop. Might be my lucky day. I got the Easter bucket. It's all documented. We'll see if the Switch 2 pre-order happens for me at GameStop, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't. It's just, as we say, the hunt continues. It's exciting. I mean, it could go either way here. And the feeling that I'm having right now is, if I don't get it, like this will be the feeling for June 5th. It's just that June 5th, I'll be camped out. I'll get to GameStop. Pretty much decided it's gonna be GameStop. I'm not gonna, if I don't get it from GameStop tonight, then my next plan will be get it from GameStop. My next opportunity, whether it's June 5th or before June 5th, pulling in now. I'm gonna park right over here. Okay, 3:59. We're on time. There's a rhyme, and there's no line right now at 3:59, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Not sure if there was a line this morning. This gentleman walking out, I wonder if he pre-ordered or if he was late. We will soon find out. Now I just saw the list, and a few games were still available. The Pro Controller had sold out. He's getting calls right now. This has been a mad pre-order. And I don't know if we would have been able to go into GameStop, Best Buy, and have that opportunity to go in and pre-order,
one of the stores that's doing the midnight release,
or if it was just all online.
Yeah, no. We'll know more as we get closer to the day.
I did ask about how Mayfair was, because I know that Mayfair is the bigger of the GameStops in the area, the fact that they're in a busy mall. But Mayfair and this location, a ton of people. They're turning people away for pre-orders. So it's very intense. I got something good to tell you. I got a glimmer. I just want to do it here, but I will I'll fill you in a second. So as far as people trading in their Switches today, actually, they're going to do it on the 5th. So it's not like you're giving up your Switch. You can bring it in when you pick up the pre-order on the 4th or the 5th, and then shave off that amount of money, whether it's the $175 for the OLED, or I want to say the $150 or the $100 for the Lite. So that makes sense. I wasn't sure if people actually gave up their Switch today. Like if I came in here and said, okay, I want to trade in my OLED to bring this down, you can hold on to it until you physically pick it up. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of questions, like still finding out stuff about the Switch 2. Very different depending on what store you were looking at. You were going to pre-order from. Actually, the Amiibo is still here, so something that they thought would sell out right away. I heard some Street Fighter 2 those are still available. So yeah, I don't really have any desire for those, but I think it's pretty cool that there's still some stuff. I think the camera was still available and a few games. I heard Zelda was still, it's still pre-order for the physical copy, but the Switch has sold out and the Pro Controller has sold out. I'm gonna hop inside of Target, another store that the pre-orders, I mean, from what I'm hearing, the comments, and I haven't gotten to all the comments today. It has been, last night was rough. During the day today was a rough day. I'm getting to them, but I wanted to do this video. I wanted to kind of finish off, you know, pre-order day and let you know if I was able to pre-order and kind of cover some of the other big news surrounding Nintendo. But from my understanding, pre-ordering at Target, Best Buy, got pretty nasty last night. Also, I was wrong on pre-ordering from Best Buy that it would ship to your home. Every time, guys, that I have pre-ordered something from Best Buy, Arcade One Up, I never had that chance to pick it up from the store. It would always ship direct. It would ship to my home, and that's why I always never wanted to pre-order, because I wanted to pick it up at a store. Apparently, with the Switch 2, you were given that option to pick it up from the store on the 5th. And if you wanted to ship to your home, you would have gotten it by the 5th too. So my apologies. I was wrong about how that worked at Best Buy. I honestly thought that it would be like any other time that I pre-ordered, that it would ship to your home. But no, you could actually pick it up in store. And I think for the most part, that's what people, gotta watch out for the AT&T over there. For the most part, I think that's what people chose to pick it up. Now, if you pre-ordered from GameStop at 11 o'clock p.m. June 4th, you could pick up your Switch 2. I think somebody bought a class of 81. There was 3 here. They were running a sale. It was $50 off. Somebody bought one. Also, the steering wheels were still available too. Now, seeing that GameStop still had the steering wheel, I want to say they were $20. I said, well, how does that work? It's a floating steering wheel, so you don't have to have it like mounted on anything. I said, you know, if it wasn't for the home arcades, I'd probably, you know, I might be interested in that. But you know, having Fast and Furious, having some racing games, other cabinets, kind of good. I like using the Pro Controller. You know, I prefer it over this. Like, that's why I never play it on the handheld. I love this. Came across this morning. Nintendo Switch 2. The company is overwhelmed by pre-orders. New measures announced. I did ask the guys at Best Buy if there was a chance, if there'll be something before the 5th. They said maybe, but from you know, the looks of it, June 5th is the next date as far as if you want to land a Switch. There is a new game that will be available at launch, and it's Sonic X Shadow Generations. Has confirmed a launch title for Nintendo Switch 2 on June 5th. So it's pretty exciting. You know, you can see in the background, that's you can see Shadow. So, you know, there's a lot more games that will be available at launch than what I originally thought. There might actually be some GameStops that still will be able to pre-order from in person. So don't give up. Don't. You never know. You could find the most random GameStop and maybe there's still a few units, because they still had some stuff at GameStop, just not a Switch 2. Oh, no, wait, Charles Xavier's here. I said I'd pick him up, but the thing is, I can't grab him now. I can't spend this $24.99. Otherwise, I would have. There's a Christian Bale, a Guy Gardner, Max Fleischer. Actually, we'll see if there's any more Super Friends, because if that's new, there is a chance. This is probably the last time we'll come across this, but any other day, I would pick up Charles Xavier. Just not today. Bruce Wayne, wait a second. Bruce Wayne is a collector build. Oh my gosh, this came out of nowhere. Holy cow. There's a new Batman animated series. I showed that render the other day of Bruce Wayne. I thought you could just like purchase Bruce Wayne. No, you have to get, look at the Mask of the Phantasm. Oh my gosh, there's somebody bought Dr. Dr. Fate. I'm thinking Dr. Strange. Somebody bought Dr. Fate. Poison Ivy. I feel like we just did a collect. They have Bane. And then it's like Robot. Hardak, Batman. So here's the complete collectible, and I have to chance this because, like Charles Xavier, I can't pick this up yet. I can't believe it. There's another collectible. I thought Bruce would be solo. I thought he'd come with like a little stand. This is great. I feel like I'm like in a dream right now. I know I'm stalling, but look at this. First we got the bucket. Then we stopped at GameStop. Got good news. And now we're finding the complete Batman animated series. It's right here. And look, it's Street Fighter 2. Batman animated series is gonna have to wait. I feel okay not grabbing Charles Xavier, but right now it's like, it's killing me not grabbing Batman the animated series. But hopefully, you know, we'll pick it up. We did find the most recent one, but when I was at GameStop, I have a receipt here. I pre-ordered Switch 2. I got a Switch 2, and you know, when I was explaining yesterday that you don't have to, you know, if you go somewhere, like, you won't have to pay full. At GameStop, I only put 50 down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get this other stuff. I'll come back for it. I put 50 down as a deposit for the Switch 2. I have it. It was the last one there. I got extremely fortunate and was able to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2. It was the last one that they had. They are completely out of it there, but there was other things that they still had. But I can go back on the 4th, pay the remaining balance. I was debating, do I pay for everything now, or do I put the deposit down? And that's when I was like, I'll get the Pro Controller. The Pro Controller was out. It was already sold out. So I had just got the bundle. I got the Mario Kart bundle. I'm gonna hold on to this receipt and make sure I don't lose it. I'm not sure if this is gonna be linked to my Pro membership, you know, if I enter my phone number. But I have the receipt, and I asked a couple of questions before I left regarding people who missed out. Will they be able to, you know, pre-order before the 5th? And they couldn't confirm. There's a chance, he said, but for the most part, I think it's then your next bet will be June 5th. You know, but we'll be a part of it because I want to document this. And if I wouldn't have gotten lucky, haven't gotten fortunate to getting the Switch 2, to be able to pre-order the Switch 2, this would have been the way. You know, my next move would have been, you know, to camp out. I want to be there. I want to be there and just document that. It'll be fun. Just over a month from now. Otherwise, I get the Bruce Wayne collectible. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. And I apologize for the shorter video. Had a rough night last night, and I just kind of wanted to touch on that. I kind of said something walking into Target. The reason I took a chance to get the coffee before GameStop is I am just like, I'm on empty. I needed a coffee so bad. I didn't sleep well. We finished the video yesterday. We were at Best Buy. Kind of ended the video there. Got home and encountered a little electrical issue going on at the house. So I don't have power in a couple of areas. It's not all like doom and gloom, but it was enough to really stress me out. I have some more troubleshooting to do. So I'm gonna address that now. I'm gonna go home and work on that. Hopefully I can get it resolved, because to get an electrician over, today is Thursday. I was told Tuesday would be like the most like available, the soonest date. So dealing with that, didn't sleep well. Today was just brutal at work. I didn't even have a chance to try to pre-order last night and at any of the stores, because I wasn't myself. Like, I came home, I was just in such an upbeat, like, tonight's the night, you know, and you know, it's Switch 2, and then all that happened. So just kind of throwing that out there. It's just an ugly situation, and I'm sorry that people had to deal with an ugly situation when it came to standing in like a virtual line. I mean, these pre-orders they're nasty. And it's just, you know, it's not like you're not going to get one. If I wouldn't have been able to pre-order at GameStop, there'll be other chances. So every store was different. I only had to put 50 down. I didn't have to pay the full amount, but I think at Best Buy you would have paid the full amount. So I was kind of corrected on that. I didn't think that you got charged until it ships, but apparently Nintendo wants their money. So just kind of wanted to fill everybody in. I'm sorry for the shorter video, but gotta deal with this. I'm just exhausted. So wish me luck. We'll be back stronger than ever tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Made out though. I got the Dunkin' Donuts Easter bucket, and I was able to pre-order a Switch 2. You know, things don't always work in your favor, but I got a little lucky, Mrs. Fox. And hopefully I'll be able to figure it out. Otherwise, we'll be calling the electrician. I just hope that if I do call the electrician, I won't have to wait a week. We'll see.